done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
First carry here for Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The first carry for Josh Adams, the Notre Dame product. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On second and goal, Murray. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Shotgun now for Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
To number 13.
Christian Kirk. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Zane Gonzalez.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. There he goes left side, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
1. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
13. Panthers nothing.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 14 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
28-yard line.
Come on. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. I got you, pop.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
17 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Gurley again here on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 20, Panthers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards to pick up there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And Murray throwing complete here to Drake. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 12. First down, Arizona.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Conversion.
Bridgewater to throw it. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Panthers 15.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifting the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At at their own 43-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 39. Panthers.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina! Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. This only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relatively... there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2 minutes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another carry now for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. People acting different.